What's up, everybody? This is Shoddy Sim, along with two very special guests here. Well, the usual Boss Jedi Zohan, but we're bringing in an expert with us today because the theme of Mind On Movies is going to be the horror genre. And we seem to just really try to get like a genre right, and that really this covers all bases. Like, horror covers what? Like monster movies, zombies, vampires, Bump of the Night, aliens. I mean, there's a lot in the horror genre, right? Just kind of like how we talked about sci-fi too. There's just a lot of subcategories in that main category, right? So let's see if we can tap into it and just talk more about horror movies. Is it falling off? I mean, the originality ideas of it too. There's a lot to talk about, right? Oh, let me bring in our special commentator guest, Wings of Redemption.
I'm a horror movie buff.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Wings of Redemption, and I have a horror movie addiction. And
Welcome to reality.
Now, let me ask, is a horror movie just flat out right now, okay? Because horror movies are something that you obviously very much enjoy. What is the appeal about it, about a horror movie?
It isn't the scary stuff. Like, it isn't like the, that kind of crap. I like the whole mystique of, like, the mythos behind it. Like, the retarded kid that became this horrible water monster that decided to, kill camp counselors to have sex. I like that storyline. I like Monster in the Closet storylines. I like how to see where they're at and what kind of mythical situations they can get into. I just like it because it transcends what normal life is. I don't want to go see what I can see in normal life. I can have drama with my girlfriend every day. I don't want to go see Seth Rogen have it.
No.
I mean,
so you like a character with a bit of foreshadowing that is it's one that is explained, right?
It's what I want to see in a movie. I want to be took out of my normal everyday world, and I know the Loch Ness Monster isn't real in real life, but it can be real in the movie magic, and I want to see what a Loch Ness Monster would be like and how people would deal with it.
I love, of all movies, you drop magic. Is that magic in the water? Is that?
Magic in the water.
Well, some of these movies are beyond ridiculous. You just sent us that link, and I'm excited. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. The Hansel and Gretel Get Baked from the producers at Twilight. I've never heard about it until you just linked me it, and now I'm on board. Now let's do it.
Let's go.
Here's my money. Take me there.
And you know what that movie kind of reminds me of? Did you guys ever see like the Tales from the Dark Side?
Yeah. This was actually, it wasn't going to go with that. I was going to say Evil Bong with Tommy Chong, or Shrooms was another one of these.
You guys remember the movie, not the TV series, where the little boy's like delivering paper and he gets caught and there's like a cage in the kitchen, like an actual jail cell?
Yeah, exactly.
And she's like getting the pot ready and she has this overgrown oven, like so she can slide little kids in and out. That's what this right here reminds me of without the marijuana.
There's a TV series you said about that?
Yeah, there's a TV series from the 70s called Tales from the Dark Side.
Man,
you never seen it?
No, I haven't. No.
Google. They had the talking computer and all this other stuff. It was like it happened just after Night Gallery when they kind of transitioned over to color.
Yeah.
So Outer Limits and Tales from the Dark Side kind of competed against each other.
Now there's a good horror genre right there. They rarely make these movies where they tell certain tales. Tales from the Crypt, a Twilight Zone movie, Tales from the Hood, which I'm sorry that I brought that one up.
One, isn't it?
The Tales from the Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah, with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I feel like it's funny, like the like horror in the like 50s to 70s was all about like the story. It was like, I'm going to open up a book and tell you a scary story. And over time, it seems like people more and more just want like violence and scary, horrific shit in movies rather than like.
Then it was still a new genre, horror. I mean, they were still kind of experimenting what they could do with it. It was the story, right? Hitchcock was fantastic with it, the suspense thriller type thing, and they didn't have, they couldn't do gore. They couldn't do monster movies that were you could do like the Ed Wood stuff, where it was really horrible and cheesy and stuff like that. But to the level that it's at right now, these monster movies where it's aliens invasion. Well, geez, you know what? As I'm saying it, just like I'm thinking of all the ones that they did do actually. Creature of the Black Lagoon, The Day the Earth Stood Still.
So what you're saying is you just completely disproved what you were trying to argue for.
But they didn't know how to do. Yeah, I guess I did.
Well, no, the thing is like now we have CG, so we can do like, oh, you want a mob of 10,000 zombies to overrun a city? Hold on, let me just pull up my animation actions for that, and we'll get it to you in 6 months.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say is that they were limited to what they could do. Now they have it to where they could add extra blood to it. You know, they could add the limb getting cut off and add all the grotesque graphics to it too as well.
I don't really care for that though.
No, but it has become a genre in its own and one that has been very well received. You know, it's done very well for itself.
What did
Saw
you see?
series.
Have you guys seen the trailers for World War Z?
Yeah. Another zombie movie.
Yeah, so all the zombies look like they're treating them like they're these like insects almost. Like they have like no personality or character in the movie.
Just droves and just
Yeah,
waves
it's just,
and waves.
And it's like, you know, like on one hand I'm like, finally, a movie in which the zombies just completely overrun all the shit. But on the other hand I'm like,
you said finally a movie where zombies finally overrun all the shit. Every zombie movie they overrun everything.
Well, no, I mean like in one fell swoop. You know, it's not like one person gets bit and then another person. It's like everyone gets bit.
You're talking about a clear separation between zombie movies, though. We obviously already know that there's the slow zombies and the fast zombies, right? And then there's infected and then the undead. You know, they break it down into characteristics there. You know, right? But you're saying in World War Z, it's different because this is literally like an organism, like a blob almost of zombies that are kind of acting as one unit, and they're wiping everything out.
Yeah, like it's like
they're not individual. They're a swarm.
Yeah, it's less personable. You know, like they're not anthropomorphizing them enough. I think like
it's an element and not a creature.
Yeah, exactly, and that's like it's like that's what CG's done to horror. It's turned like zombies into this like background for Brad Pitt to run around a city, looking all scared and shit.
Here's the thing with zombies. Like even with the George Romero films back in the days, the idea of the zombies wasn't the important thing. The zombies were the thing that put them in the situation they were in. The zombies were more of like a backstory to the actual story itself. Mm-hmm. Like Night of the Living Dead, you had a claustrophobic story that pretty much defined claustrophobic movies. Like, you know, movies like Alien was designed strictly after Night of the Living Dead, because you have people in the house themselves fighting, and like there's no way they can get out, so they're stuck with each other, and you have to see how well they deal with it. It's almost like a soap opera.
Beautiful, very character driven, very beautiful.
It's a character driven narratives, and that's what zombie movies are. Because when I watch a zombie movie, like when I want to watch Dawn of the Dead, I want to watch it because I like seeing how people interact in the mall and survive when they can't leave the mall, not because there's zombies surrounding the mall. And I feel like a lot of movies fail on that aspect. They don't show the scenery around it. That's surreal scenery. Like The
Shining is a good example of that, if I can just cut, because Stanley Kubrick, like very, very different from the book, mind you, Stanley Kubrick's version. But if you listen to him, the reason why he did it is because, and you watch the movie, the shots of it, you are alone in that hotel.
Yeah.
And the shots that he'd make are beautiful because it's huge. You are alone, and you are stuck there.
Yeah, and the snow could very well have been zombies. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, they for Castaway, I know it's not necessarily a horror movie, but for Castaway, when they were doing all the filming on the island, there was all this like animal life that you could like see and hear in the film. Mm-hmm. So when they went to go edit it, they digitally removed any sort of like animal noises or sounds to make the island feel completely like dead and isolated.
Those movies are so good. The Thing is another good one too, where they're just trapped, you know, and you're pretty much you're riding it out. You're stuck there.
Yeah. But the thing went one further. It added the element of which one of you are it. I mean, the Thing is like the next level zombie movie in my book. But the fact is, they're all the same. I don't go to a zombie movie to see zombies. Zombies are slow, shambling things that are like, they're just obstacles.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be Jason Voorhees. And right. I feel like something like World War Z is not going to be a good zombie movie on that premise alone, because they're going to use them as like Starship Troopers use the bugs.
Exactly.
Just scenes of people mowing them down with machine guns. Like, oh, cool. This is neat. Let's not have 40 more minutes of this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Starship Troopers is like way more of a satire piece than it is like a war film. And people are like, oh, it's like an action movie. It's like, nah, it's
not supposed to be.
Yeah, it's like a comedy almost. Like, the whole movie is making fun of
the
government.
The second movie was pretty fucking stupid. Like, so stupid it was funny. But that's how a lot of scary movies are too. Or how many scary movies do you know that are so kind of silly, or they know they don't take themselves seriously?
The second movie was like The Thing, right?
Yeah, it was.
Like where they were trapped in that tower from the bugs, and then like there was a bug that could get into your brain and impersonate a person.
Yeah, it was it was silly, dude. Like I had faith in the Starship Troopers trilogy because it was originally supposed to be a trilogy.
That one, I really liked the second one because
I didn't like it, man. The characters, it was just it might have been the actors actually. Not even
another movie nobody ever mentions when we talk about this, Screamers.
Oh,
I can see where you're coming from.
I mean, Screamers is a zombie movie too. It just had little blades that run by themselves.
You know, it's fun because we were just talking about Peter Weller the other day, or in the last series. I like Peter Weller, dude. And
Peter Weller is an underused actor. He's getting old now, but good actor.
Screamers is an acquired taste, I think.
I like the second. Did you see the second one?
I have not.
I haven't either.
I think it's called Screamers 2 Hunter Killers. It actually came out recently.
Ooh.
And they go really in depth with the Screamer technology.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it worth the watch? Tell me right now.
It's a worth watch. I mean, it's one of those movies that you expect to be like an asylum film kind of presentation, but you sit down, it's actually interesting the entire way through.
That's another thing too is the environment for horror movies too, right? I mean, you have whether it be it has to be somewhat secluded, right? So you have like hotels, asylums, hospitals, schools, mansions.
Have you guys ever seen Dreamcatcher?
Yes.
That movie,
it's a Stephen King book.
Yeah, that movie has great environments because they have like the town, then they go to the woods, and then there's like the big fight. Yeah, it's like
that bordered on a little bit of ridiculous too. By the way,
I like that movie a lot.
No, I liked it too. Don't get me wrong.
Shit weasels, motherfucker.
And I don't. Yeah, exactly. But it's delicate, you know, because really it's all how it's all how the director makes you or how he shares his vision of the movie. And certain people can do that. Masters of Horrors got that because they are sharing their vision and creeping you out doing it. You know, John Carpenter, Wes Craven. You know, these are obviously people that know what the fuck they're doing.
Well, you know, like I've always like thought that American horror films kind of, I don't know, like it's like they're trying. It's like they make movies purposely to scare people, and they typically lack substance. Like that's why like.
Oh, you're talking about the bump and the gotcha, right?
Yeah, like they're always trying to. It's always like they're trying to like screw me into being scared. It's like, motherfucker, back off.
We know what a big part of that is the music. That's why Hitchcock was in a level of his own, because in The Birds, he didn't really use music. Watch a movie. Music, it builds up. The dark, ominous tones, it builds up. And when you hear the music, you know that something's going to come. And then it gets louder and louder, and then your heartbeat races. And that's
they try to play that game, that little fake on you.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know exactly the fake, right? Where you're just like, okay, and there's... Oh, I guess it's not.
You start getting ready for the fake. It's like, oh, the music's dying down. They might fake me. They might fake me. They might fake me.
You look in the mirror, right? Because the camera angle is there. It's like, oh, it's going to be behind her. Look in the mirror. Look in the background. Something's going to move in the back. And oh, well, nothing is going to. Green. Whoa! Oh, it scared me.
Yeah, I think the last
it didn't scare me. Your fucking music bleeped out. Like, I've never. It's been a while since I got to the point where I actually put my hands over my eyes because I didn't want to see something.
When was the last time you did that? What movie?
It's going to be sounding stupid, but I remember what movie it was. Is Jason Goes to Hell. I was little back then.
You can't say it's just because a big part of it too is the atmosphere that you watch it in. In my honest opinion,
and a lot of it is the psyche you watch it in too. I was like 10.
Exactly. I'll give you a perfect example. Okay, so The Ring 2 came out, and the first Ring I thought was really good. Yeah, it was.
First Ring was creepy.
Yeah, and when I saw it without context, because I didn't know what the hell it was, I just remember that when the first Ring came out, my buddy was just like, "Hey, I got a sneak, the pre-release, the sneak peek. Let's go watch it." Didn't know anything about it. Watch it. Scared me shitless. Whatever. So fast forward, Ring 2 comes out. I go see it in a theater, packed house. Everyone is there to get scared, right? And so you're watching it. Everything is building up, and you have this joined atmosphere where everyone feels the same way. You know, everyone's quiet, and you can hear the pin drop in the theater, and it adds to the suspense to it. I saw it again in the movie theater because some other people, some friends wanted it, and we couldn't argue. And so, okay, we'll go see it again. Go see it a second time, theater's laughing. It's ridiculous. People now are thinking this movie is stupid as shit. I'm like, wow, this was an experience for me because now full example that the theater, the people watching it, totally have an element of how the scary movie goes.
You know what? There is a movie that it doesn't matter what state of mind you're in or where you watch it. Irreversible fucks with you on like some next level shit, dude.
Yeah, Irreversible's pretty messed up.
That movie, like, that is the only movie that made me want to throw up.
Is it one? It's there are a few movies that are like the greatest movies that you never want to watch again.
Yes.
And I think this is one. Gaspar Noé, or if I'm pronouncing that right, is a gifted director, by the way. Gifted. And if you have not Enter the Void, the camera work in that movie, I've said it before. The man's gifted, but his vision is fucked up.
Enter the Void, that was the Nazi movie, right?
No, Enter the Void is a movie about DMT. It's about actually the Mayan life, the spirit, how it travels through past, present, and future.
Oh, I was thinking about the one with the Nazis climbing the mountain. Might be Touch the Void.
No, that's Touch the Void.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about music, though? One of the guys from Daft Punk did the soundtrack for Irreversible, and those dudes know music. Like, they know how to...
Thomas Bangalter, I believe.
Yeah, they know how to craft music to make you feel a certain way, and that soundtrack, like, the second it starts, you're just like, I need a vomit bucket. Like, I need something to relieve myself in when this stuff kicks on, because it's just like, it hits you, you know? And it's like, very, very few movies go out of their way to make you feel bad. And like, that movie just,
Well, there are a few things that make me uneasy. I can find with gore, but rape usually does it for me. I can't. Like, that's the only thing I probably didn't like about Hills Have Eyes, or what was that, Last House on the Left? Is that, rape makes me, that's, anything else. Seriously.
Spit on my grave.
Yeah, like, seriously, anything else.
That thing has a 40-minute rape scene in it.
Babies getting eaten, or whatever, but I can deal with all that, no problem. But
I can't deal with eyeballs popping.
Yeah. Seems like a Minority Report. His eyeballs.
Here's a question. What was the last great horror movie that you've seen? Like, in it,
without hesitation, the Orphanage was.
The Orphanage.
It's a Spanish import. Guillermo del Toro, I think, is the guy who did. And
is that what the one with Peter Sarsgaard?
In the Orphanage? No. That's The Orphan.
Okay, my bad.
I'm sorry. It was not a Guillermo del Toro. It was directed by Juan Antonio. I can't pronounce that. Something like that.
Yona.
I could have swore that Guillermo del Toro put his name on it, just to help with production. Obviously, that's how it happens, right? Put a name on it, a well-known name, people are gonna go see it. But The Orphanage, I thought, was because it's a suspense thriller, it's a ghost story, and the entire movie it's taken me down this one path, and traditional ghost story. Excuse me, bump in the night, oh my god, what was that? Oh, the ghosts are coming. Oh, she's summoning the ghosts and stuff like that. And in the end, complete fucking 180. I mean, just I can't say anymore because it's one of those where you should just go say, hey, I like The Orphanage, you should watch it. Don't read anything into about it. Don't how I'm like that. Don't read into it. Just go, just watch it. I think that was very good. A nice twist ending, and movies rarely have that to where when an ending happens and I go, holy shit.
Did you see The Sixth Sense coming?
No, I didn't. And that's
I didn't either.
Nobody did.
Yeah, but it's the beauty about those movies is that Sixth Sense was one of the last ones that did that, where nobody.
Well, Sixth Sense came out in '99, and The Orphanage came out in 2007.
But the Sixth Sense got a lot more buzz than The Orphanage.
Well, because it hit everybody. It's like, whoa! I didn't even see it till 5 years later, because I didn't go see it in theaters. But
and you held on to that. Nobody told you the ending, and
nobody told me the
ending.
I always heard that there's a twist ending on The Sixth Sense.
Jordy, I'm mailing you a medal, a badge for that one, dude. I don't know how the hell that happened.
It was probably 2004, 2005 where I seen The Sixth Sense because I rented it on VHS.
Damn.
And it's
don't even make that shit anymore, man.
That's amazing, dude. That in itself. Wow. Well, all right.
You know what I did right after I seen The Sixth Sense? I watched Unbreakable too.
Faith in Humanity Research.
Unbreakable is awesome.
Unbreakable was it was good. I don't think it was the best follow-up, You know what it reminded me of is like, you know how a lot of times the one-hit wonders, like of the 90s or whatever the hell, you know, they have this huge hit and then they try to follow up in the second one and just like, that one kind of fell short a little bit, you know?
Well, it's not a bad movie. It's actually a really good movie. It's just you expect better.
That's preference. Yeah, you expect more of a twist, and it did give you a minor twist, but it was Signs for me.
Signs was so good.
Because it's your traditional alien movie.
You think Signs was a good follow-up?
No, well, only because of two things. I didn't like the story. Well, you know that part where it's at a farmland. So again, he's alone. He's in a farmhouse.
The corn?
In the corn. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking.
Hold up. I could shoot holes in Signs all goddamn day.
You can shoot holes in any horror movie though.
No, but let's do the blurring ones right now.
Go ahead.
Right. Aliens come to take over our planet, which is made of 70% water.
Yeah, they didn't see that, by the way.
They didn't see that coming at all, huh?
They didn't see it. They have equipment that's capable of interstellar travel, and they just they didn't.
Let me go this far.
The meter was broke. The meter was broke.
If water hurts them, we have water vapor in our air at all times.
Yeah, as
Somebody
explained in
They
Blood
should be freezing to death as soon as they walk off their ship.
They were like, "Oh, we fucked up. Get the fuck off this water planet, man."
That's almost like the Gremlins, where you don't feed them after midnight. Which fucking time zone?
Yeah. Ooh, my question was always about for Gremlins, not necessarily the time zone, but what's the good safety zone after that? Like, okay, you can't feed them after midnight. Well, when can I start feeding them? Again. And,
yeah, like
Spielberg says, like, when it's daylight again, when it comes
You
daylight.
can't feed them after midnight, and they're also weak versus light. You're not allowed to put them in light.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you only can feed them when it's light out, but you can't keep them when it's light out. So basically, anytime they can be up and moving around, they're not allowed to eat. Now that's a pet that's going to be unhappy.
man, all I want to do is get me a midnight snack, and this motherfucker, he said no.
For the record, because I know that there's going to be a critique asshole, it was a Mogwai that turns into a gremlin.
Yeah, it's a Mogwai, yeah.
Just to be PC about it.
But you know how bad Gizmo would be begging for some motherfucking pizza or fried chicken or something?
Yeah.
I know you got a fridge full of food, motherfucker. I swear to God, if I had an arm strong enough to open that shit, man, that whole fridge would be mine.
But what about the underrated the movies that that go underneath the radar and really are like Blair Witch Project was a big one, right? On low budget.
Under the radar, dude. I've seen that.
Well, no. It got the slow roll, and then word of mouth were just like, holy shit, this is the greatest movie. One of those where it was a diamond in the rough. Paranormal Activity was the same way, where it got buzz, and because of the buzz, the ball started to roll, and now people were just like, you gotta go see it, gotta go see it.
The first Paranormal Activity was good, though. I mean, I still say it's one of the creepiest movies I've ever made.
It was. The part where she gets dragged out of the bed, right? That's
not even the part where she gets dragged out of bed. How about the part where he goes into the attic?
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Never go into the attic.
I was like, holy dog shit. Hell no. I'd be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch. You can stay here with your fucking poltergeist.
Yeah, why wouldn't you move? It's like, okay, we're going to go to another house. No, let's camp it out. Let's videotape
I like when they're on the laptop and they realize that the poltergeist is following her.
Yeah.
Like, baby, I know what's going to happen. I'm leaving you.
Yeah.
I
Nice
hope you
knowing
signed a
you.
good prenup.
But this is a level that I just can't even compete against.
When we did those vows, poltergeist was nowhere in those.
Yeah, this doesn't count as a sickness, so I'm gonna get the fuck out.
Oh shit! But that's another good thing about it too. The horror movies. I mean, are you supposed to take them too literally? There are so many movies that you can dissect and be like, well, why the fuck? Like this didn't make any sense.
You know what?
And then some people like that's why I like The Orphanage so much, is because it was within action, and you couldn't go back to think like, why the fuck didn't that happen? Can I give you a better example? Actually, what was the new Ethan Hawke movie? Sinister, that just came out, and that's a movie about the demon lives in the video or something like that, and 5 families. It's a new movie that came out. The entire time, because it's a bump in the night movie, right? So he's in his house, and creepy things happen. And so while things are happening in the house, and I'm not kidding you, the entire time, he never turns on a fucking light. Not a once, dude. He walks around with a baseball bat, and he's getting drunk. He hears bumps going around his house. Now, if you hear a bump in the middle of the night, and it wakes you up, you're going to turn on a light. You're in...
First thing I
turn
do.
on lights as I go down the hall with my weapon.
He is just creepy like a creeper in the dark the entire time. And then he gets scared. He's like, oh, what happened? Oh, maybe I should turn on a light because all this shit's going on, because the glass broke, because a dog can't. No. Let's not turn on a light because that would just make too much sense.
Motherfuckers trying to be all Sam Fisher and shit with the paranormal, get their shit fucked up.
That's what I liked about Paranormal Activity. Like when they went downstairs, they turned the damn lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what movie did the like trapped in the house really well? The Strangers with Liv Tyler.
Did you like that?
I know, I do like it. They did it really well because it's like they had the lights on and they couldn't leave the house because every time they tried to leave, the motherfuckers would fuck them up.
I just didn't like it because it's just like, oh, because we could. No, but you're right. Like the way that they captured the ambience of it, you know, the footsteps.
Yeah, and the funny part about that movie is they filmed it on a soundstage. So every line of dialogue, everything they do in that movie has like one of those like ridiculous echoes. And they had to do all of the sound over again in post-production. There's
a few parts in the movie too. Like that one did a really good job of. What was the Silent House? The one where it was all shot in one continuous shot. And that ending to that movie, by the way, in my opinion, sucked.
How you shoot a whole movie with one continuous shot?
They did it. I'm not kidding you. They did, and they only did. It was a foreign film, but they also redid it in an American version too. So it was one continuous shot.
One continuous shot, but they had cuts in that shot, right?
No.
Like they didn't just change angles.
No.
They did an hour and a half movie in
90
one
minutes,
take.
One take.
Damn.
I'm not kidding. It's the story is like a father and daughter go into a house. They're supposed to be cleaning it for some extra money, and the entire thing happens in the house. The landlord says, "Okay, just stay in the bottom floor. Don't go upstairs." Type thing. I'll be back. You know, and he goes out. Okay, here are the keys. Don't go upstairs, but just ignore everything. And so they build up the suspense because the chick's cleaning the house, and you can hear like some ruckus going on upstairs. And that I love that. The unknown type thing, the afraid of the dark part, where it's upstairs. You can hear the footsteps, you can hear the keys rustle around. You're just like, holy shit! You know that there's something up there, and you're not supposed to go up there. Someone's obviously trying to hide something. And people under the stairs is another one too. Right?
I'd let them hide it. I'd go about and like get my check cleared.
Yeah, just quick do it and get out and say, okay, well, see ya.
I'm gonna go mop this corner. We out.
Yeah, but it was another plain ending. There seemed to be like after The Sixth Sense, there seemed to be like a lot of movies that just tried to make a twist ending, and it seemed like the entire
M. Night Shyamalan, almost every movie he put out for like the next 6 movies tried to make a twist ending.
What's a twist?
Like that was his calling card.
That was, and that's a shame because he pretty much put that into himself.
He pulled a Moby on himself.
Yeah, now people expect it now.
Just doing the same thing over and over. But I think I do not have a popular opinion when it comes to the first Silent Hill movie, but that movie is a damn good movie.
Silent Hill?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
Talking about like things like going bump and like there being a mystery to it, like. Man, like that movie is just like.
Can we cut into date movies too? Because that kind of fits into that too, right? Well, Silent Hill 3D, the Revelation one was kind of that, where the My Bloody Valentine, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. You
consider Texas Chainsaw Massacre a date film?
Yes, I do. The new one was I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. I went to go see it, and everyone in the theater. It came out on a Friday, obviously, as per usual, and everyone in the theater was all couples. These are the teeny horror flicks. Yeah, I consider them date movies because you bring a girl there so that she can get scared and get close to you.
Well, yeah, you're trying to be like, yo, listen, baby, we're gonna go to a scary movie and I'm gonna protect you.
Yeah, get closer, baby.
Don't worry, I got you in my embrace.
Yeah. my safety embrace. Yeah, I think that I would consider that kind of be a horror date movie.
Yeah.
House of Wax. It was another kind of like that.
Hey, we're gonna go see Irreversible. Is that a good first date movie?
Don't even say that. But you know what I'm talking about. The ones they're not supposed to make any sense. They're not supposed to be any logic behind it. It's just there just to to be silly and stupid. And Fright Night is another one too. Yeah, I think it falls into the great genre of that. Another kind of make them creepy, scary, and I don't know. It's in its own little separate date genre. I can't be alone on that. I know I'm not.
No, I know what you're saying. And some of my favorite horror movies are the ones in which the killer or killers seem to have absolutely no motive and just want to kill shit.
A Final Destination is another great example of it too.
I don't like those movies though.
You know, like the first one was
like,
cool, dude.
It's like, oh my god, creative ways in which you're gonna die.
The second one was pretty cool too, but then it started getting a little ridiculous.
It's just like, okay, we get it. You're gonna die in some weird way, and you're not gonna see it coming until like 3 seconds before when they do the slow motion thing. It's like, come on, people. What else you got? What else you got?
Let me ask.
One was really good.
Yeah, I like the first one a lot, man. That's because Devin saw well, right? But what are some of the most ridiculous and stupid horror movies that you guys have seen?
Brain Dead.
Brain Dead? What's
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive is
pretty much anything Peter Jackson did before Lord of the Rings.
Peter Jackson, dude, he was just having fun, I think. But like the cult ones too, where it's so like Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the ones that are so stupid that now people are just like getting troll.
Nah, dog. Evil Dead.
Evil Dead is beautiful.
Evil Dead
beautiful
took that like
franchise.
seance shit to the next level.
Human Centipede.
Oh.
Where it's so ridiculous that it's I enjoyed both Human Centipedes, by the way, because it's so ridiculous that I'm now having fun with it.
Yeah, like the movie itself isn't even remotely disgusting or scary, but the idea of what they do in that movie is just so nasty, man. Like it's like, ew, you ate poop.
With no other option, though, right? You're getting some shit in your mouth. You're gonna have to. There's a new movie that came out, The Devil Inside, that I saw in theaters, and I regret it. That's probably the worst movie I've seen that I can think of.
I opted to go for The Possessed instead of The Devil Inside. I think I made the wise choice.
Yeah, The Devil Inside, like I was on board. I seriously was in that movie. I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, I understand what's going on. I'm on board for the most part. They're trying to do like the hand cam thing. Then it just ended. Like, and when I mean that, like, don't think it just ended. Like, here's the story, and then boom, movie's ended. Directed by so and so. I'm like, wait, what? That was you're not done with the story. You still have to keep on going. Like, there's more.
It pulled a skyline on you.
It just stopped.
That fucking movie, dude.
And I lost my heart on. Like, what a tease.
Me and my dad watched that movie, and the best part is when he like starts kicking the alien's ass on the rooftop, and the Marines are like trying to shoot shit, and like all this shit's going down, and then it's like, oh, here's the alien spaceship, here's the rescue, movie ends. It's like you knew going into that movie you were making a bad movie, and no one's ever gonna pay you to make a sequel. The hell, man! You write that shit.
What are some of the? I mean, what are your favorite? I'm trying to think of the best way to say this, but your favorite subgenre of horror? Would it be like a ghost story? Would it be the psychological suspense, thrilling? The monster? I know that we already got an answer from you, Jordy, but you like the is it? Can we say serial killer or just like the predominant character or the evil character guy? Or I mean,
I like big monsters too.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Right? I like the ghost. You know, kind of keep it in the house, bump in the night type stuff. Insidious was a good one of that, too.
Sinister is actually a sequel to Insidious.
Sinister? Is it? No, it's not.
I've heard that.
I don't. I've seen both of them, and I say shenanigans on it. They're doing Insidious, too.
Shenanigans.
I'd say
How you doing Insidious 2? That's like doing Free Willy 2.
Hey, they did it, and don't you knock Free Willy 2.
Talk about a bad movie. God damn. How did they not see that one come? It's like, all right, so we got away with the first one because it was the first time anyone freed a whale. The second time, maybe we should have changed the plot a little.
Yeah.
Isn't there Free Willy 4?
Yeah, jeez. Willie just keeps on getting caught, man.
I got
getting caught.
I think it's time to go get a new friend.
Let Willie go, man.
I got a good one for you. Air Bud.
Are we talking about horror movies still, or?
That's a horrible movie.
And
they made like 5 of them, and in like 3 of them, he's playing a different sport than basketball. Like one of them, he's playing baseball. It's like,
Come on, you can't go that way, Joe. That's a kids movie. It's like Benji and Lassie. There's like a ton of them.
Yeah, but I mean, at least try. Like adults got to go see the movie with the kids.
One of my favorite movies when I was a kid was Bingo.
Oh, dude, Bingo was the shit.
Bingo was the dome piece.
Dude, Bingo was, and that was one with the Green Bay Packers, right? Where the dad was the kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place kicker for the and he kicked barefoot. I'm having too much fun with this, just remembering it. Oh my god, we'll cut this in post. But
the hell we will.
The hell we will. I like that one a lot. That was fun. Like but the ones that make you think. I guess to get back on topic here, the scary movies that make you think, they're thought provoking. Event Horizon was a good one of that too.
Oh yeah, I love those kind of movies like Event Horizon. They need more outer space themed scary movies.
They need to take Dead Space and make it a movie.
They don't.
But they already have a movie. It's already a CGI movie, isn't it?
It's called a video game. You play it and the movie plays out.
Yeah. I feel you. I'm just saying, like, for us lazy people, it would be nice to not have to do anything.
Dude, Bingo got such a horrible rating.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies that got really bad ratings. I remember when Waterboy came out, that the directors just shat all over it. And I was like, I liked it.
Waterboy's awesome. That film.
Yeah, but I remember when it first came out, critics hated it. They shat all over it too.
Ice cold water. Some quite H2O.
Yeah, the critics are stupid. Like,
it's like, oh my god, I was not amused by your asinine humor, even though going into the movie, it's
I sit on my ass all day and watch movies, and my opinion is very valid.
Well, they yeah, exactly. It was like, I went to school for this. It's like, really, you went to school?
I went to school to watch movies.
You went to school
filmology.
To be an asshole.
It's a
movies
real
are
thing.
one of the things I can't be mad about. If I watch a bad movie, like, I guess they didn't have enough money, or maybe they didn't do this. Whatever. It's not like
Try to find a reason, right?
It's not like I'm trying to. There's bad movies. There's good movies. You watch a bad one. You watch a good one. Why do you need to bitch about it?
Have you ever like sat down to watch a movie that you paid money for and it was just like so bad you were like, really? I need.
Yeah, Sky Captain: The World of Tomorrow. That was my.
I walked out of that village. Even bother with that shit.
I walked out of that movie, Sky Captain. Not horror, but I seriously, like, when I saw the robots go zap, zap, and that's seriously the sound effect I'm using.
Zap, 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 zap.
Zap. I said, nope, fuck this. Threw the popcorn just all over the floor and then ran out and said, I don't want my money back.
Push the drink down, make sure they get some of the carpet, huh?
Yeah. I just stomped on it, too, or make sure I rubbed every kernel into that fucking carpet, too.
But like that's the village. I was mad because I expected a werewolf movie.
Yeah. Expected a little bit, like a creature, right?
Yeah, like it was so cool. They had the fog. They had the people like guarding around the town at night and so on and so forth. And then it's like, all right, Adrian Brody's retarded.
Again, you're on board, right? You're listening to the story. You're like, okay, I'm going.
Yeah, I'm down for a little werewolf movie.
Let's do this. I'm all right. And then
I'm like 45 minutes into this motherfucker, and I'm like, okay, so we got Adrian Brody's retarded, and
the one chick's blind.
Where's the werewolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like the thing with that movie is they could have had the same exact plot and actually had a werewolf.
That's why ghost stories.
A bit better.
That's why the ghost stories are better, man. I'm just that's in my opinion.
But it would have made sense for why they're like enclosed, because it's like, yo, dog, we can't kill this motherfucker. So how about we just throw these people at it and put a wall up? Boom.
Jay, I could throw 30 different things that would make a better explanation of that ending.
I mean,
it would be a better ending than what happened. Yeah.
I can't stand dumb stuff that happens in movies. You just gotta see Superman Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, at the back end of Superman Returns, by the way, spoiler alert, where after he gets stabbed in the back with kryptonite and he like falls into the ocean, and then they pull the kryptonite out and he picks the island made of kryptonite up and takes it into space.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have seen that in movie theaters, and I stood up at that point. I'm like, why the fuck did he have so much trouble with the plane?
Jeez, it was ridiculous, that movie.
You remember the plane that's going to hit the baseball field? He's like,
yeah, it was awesome too. That action scene was pretty cool. Too bad it as debris is flying off by the way too.
An island of kryptonite, stuff that makes him weak. He should be able to grab a plane by the rotor and just like.
My thing with that is that he's ripping off parts of the plane and they're falling off. That's debris, So okay, yeah, he saved the plane from hitting the baseball then, but now there's debris. Just like, so the debris of the wing that Superman whipped off today hit a school of 900 children.
Well, that's sort of the problem with Superman, is that it's really hard to make him seem vulnerable without damaging what makes his character so cool, and that's that he's fucking Superman.
Definitely Superman. That's my answer to that.
Yeah,
I want to see Batman versus Superman. I do.
Batman wins.
Batman wins. I think so.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like, when your weakness is a rare irradiated material, mineral.
Yeah, but see, now Batman is Lex Luthor, but they can fight.
Yeah.
He's like, That's the
Lex
thing,
Luthor
though.
always gets Superman in these situations where he can almost beat him, but
Well,
he always mucks it up.
in the comic book, they've already addressed it. There are a few times where the last known piece of kryptonite that was ever available in the universe, Superman gave to Batman only because he had said, "You're the only one that I trust. Where if I ever get a little too crazy, if I get a little too drunk and whatever the hell started going on, whatever, then I trust you to be the only person to stop me and use this responsibly."
I just thought up a horror movie, Drunk Superman.
I think it's called Bizarro.
Yeah, but didn't like Doomsday beat Superman without kryptonite?
Fucking beat him to death. Beat him to death. Yeah, I hope they make a movie of that. But then again, that's pretty stupid too, because in that whole story, Superman, you think that he's dead, but no, he comes back to life. He just pretty much went into a coma.
My problem with Superman, it's like, this dude could literally punch a hole through you. Like, he could punch you and turn you into dust. Like, the dude is Superman. Why is it that when he gets hit with stuff, it hurts? It's like, dude, you can turn people into atomic dust. Come on, man. Like, take a punch.
Okay, well, we are no longer talking about horror movies.
That's what happens when you bring Wings on. It just becomes a movie talk.
That's what happens, man. But I like it too, because there's so much more to talk about too with this. But I think we're at a good time limit to where we can leave it off for a part 2, huh?
Deuces.
Oh yeah.
I believe it, and thank you for joining, everyone. I'd like to thank Jordy, Wings of Redemption, for coming on. And if you guys like it, please look into Mind On Movies. We love talking about it, and we'd love for you guys to listen to it.
Peace out.
Thanks.